It's PenTam-Z, y'all. We official out here, gang in this thing.
Humility, the quality or condition of being humble, modest opinion or estimate of one's own importance, rank, etc. Pride, importance, merit, or superiority, whether as cherished in the mind or as displayed in bearing conduct. Arrogance, offensive display of superiority or self-importance, overbearing pride. I'm sure you've all heard the saying that pride comes before the fall. I just fell hard. Shattered my ego like a glass on the table that hit the floor. I knew in that moment, but I ignored it. I was seduced by the spirits I consumed because I wanted to be. I did it willingly and knowingly. And yet the result was the exposure of me. And the mirror reflection I saw disgusted me, confronted me, arrogantly. I can't believe that was in me. Somewhere in the depths of my flesh, begging for the opportunity to reach my surface. And I vomited it all over everyone, including me, verbally, physically, emotionally. I had to leave it and clean it later. I know it was too much for them because it was too much for me. You don't humble yourself, God and life have a way of doing it for you. And I promise it's better if you do it first. It'll still hurt, but it's worth it. I had an entire encounter in less than 24 hours that spun me off balance. And once I found my center, things became clear. And I knew what direction I had to go. I said yes when I should have said no. And that, kind sir, is the answer to your question about what others don't like about me and what I don't like about myself. I shrink back, stay silent, because I know that, like you so kindly pointed out, I'm weak. And pridefully, I keep it attached to the shame that tries to define my identity. Mind you, I stated previously that I open myself to opportunity. So what is it in me that still attracts these kinds of things and brings them to me? In this scenario, I could have decided to speak, but the longevity it would require to define what I mean to someone who I know is 100% not for me, just wasted breath, and I do not have that energy. I don't blame him. Whatever I was that night was equally as raggedy. But like I said, it exposed me. It repositioned me. And now I discovered the key. I am weak. Instead of trying to deny it, I'm going to embrace that reality. I spent all this time trying not to be, and it only perpetuated its development in me. They say the first step is admitting anything. So take it. I surrender me. Take my weakness and teach me. I was knocked down because of me. And on this ground, I look up to the hills in front of me. I have so far to climb, but elevation comes in time when it's supposed to be. And I will never elevate past this point if I never confront the point in me. And I hated the point of confrontation he allowed me to experience to expose it in me. But it is what it is, and we shall see. Demoted, but elevated, and from the heights of these lows, I can clearly see. I understand some things now, and I just understand it differently. Elevation comes through humility. I'm stepping into it willingly. I've been here before, but I've never been who I am right now. So while it may look the same, I have to approach it differently. Humble yourself, and he will exalt you. So yes, I'm humbling me.
And if you don't know who PenTam-Z is, you probably live under a rock.